Okay, let's label the female reproductive system. You see over here on the left side the front view, over here on the right side the side view. It does not matter which view you prefer, you still have to be able to draw and label it, and then it's up to you if you choose the front or the side view. But let's start labeling. Over here you have the fallopian tubes, or also known as the oviduct. The oviduct. And the fallopian tubes connect the ovaries, over here in blue, with the uterus, which is here in the center. And you can see that there is not a straight connection, but it runs curved, and it joins up to the uterus. And the egg cell travels from the ovary to the uterus over the fallopian tubes, and fertilization occurs most frequently inside the fallopian tubes. The uterus is the whole muscular structure over here. You can see it's relatively thick and muscular because the uterus has to contract during the delivery, during the birth process. And I also have drawn it a little bit thicker over here, and also here at the top I have drawn it a little bit thicker. The uterus is sometimes also referred to as the womb, but that is not a term that you frequently use when you're talking, when you're referring to the reproductive system in biology. Uterus is the better term to use. Ovaries, of course, you have females have two of them. Over here, this one is the left ovary, this one the right ovary, because left and right are always terms which you use as seen from the person. So this is on the person's left side and on the person's right side, assuming that this is the view from the front. And the ovaries produce egg cells, the ova, and of course also hormones. The vagina is the tube going all the way up to the cervix over here, and also over here, and this is the cervix up here. So this long tube is referred to as the vagina. This is where the sperm is deposited. Cervix is the lower part of the uterus, and you can see that there is a small hole over here, and this is closed, and the sperm cells have to enter the uterus through the cervix. The cervix also contains important nerve cells which signal the brain that the baby's head is pressing against it during the birth process. So it not only closes the uterus for protection, but also is important during the birth process, in which the cervix has to open up to allow the baby's head to go out. The endometrium is the inside lining of the uterus. So that is over here, okay, like this. This is the endometrium. And this is the part where the fertilized egg cell or the embryo starts to implant to establish a pregnancy. And over here, the endometrium is this inside lining over here. Okay, so, and there is a last organ left over here. This is the bladder, which stores the urine. I did not include the kidneys and the ureter carrying the urine down. And over here, I did not include the bladder because otherwise it would be too difficult to see the other reproductive organs. This over here is the vertebrae of the spinal, of the backbone. And this brown part over here is the part of the large intestine, the rectum, anus, and basically also not part of the reproductive system. So that was basically that was it. Again, practice drawing, very important also to understand the menstrual cycle, where the different events in the menstrual cycle occur. The endometrium, for example, is very important because hormones like estrogen and progesterone influence the growth of the endometrium, of course the ovaries and so on. You have to understand the position and the names of the organs, also to understand the other parts of the chapter.